Hey, welcome to the Keto Mom page. Well, it's your 2 o'clock tasting and your keto tip. Sorry, I looked like I was like a deer in the headlights because it wasn't starting. My live wasn't starting. So, caught me off guard. Welcome. Good afternoon. I am a little bit late only because I joke about being a taxi for my kids and I love it. So I don't joke about it lightly. I joke about it like I live in my car after 2 o'clock for a little bit of driving kids around. And we love it. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Today's tip is going to be pretty simple. You have to decide if you like it or not. We're going to talk about dairy, specifically dairy in women, and how you can often overdo dairy on a keto diet. Some of you might be going, please don't say that. I am going to say it, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. But as you're tuning in, where you're tuning in from, I'm going to shake up my mom fuel like I do every single day. I'll say between 2 and 3 o'clock. I like to say 2 o'clock tasting and a keto tip because I like how it sounds. And sometimes it has to be closer to 3. So either way, I would love to know where are you tuning in from and how's your day? I can't believe the week's almost done. Well, it's Thursday here. If you're tuning in from the other side of the world, maybe it's Friday. And what did you have for lunch? We had to improvise today because it is really windy where we're at. We live in Minnesota, and the wind is so ridiculous that we cannot grill the burgers that we had on the counter, so we had to improvise and have tacos. I shared on my stories, I shared these new chips that Costco's carrying. They're made out of almond flour. Some of you said you've never tried them. A lot of you said you liked them. I actually really like them, and they're better than Quest chips. So that's a completely different tip, but they're super good. They taste kind of like a nacho chip. Doritos, but keto. You should try them. They're at Costco. I'm sure you can get them on Amazon. I don't even know. I don't even know what they're called. Hey, will you grab me that bag, that keto bag of chips? Okay, I'll show you them just because they're super good. So we had tacos, taco salad. These, they're called Hilo. I want you to share. Why? I want you to share because I want other people to get some ideas of what to eat. Now, why do I drink Mom Fuel? I love it because it's the only thing that I actually drink besides water. It's incredible. I've been drinking it for 6 years. Today's flavor is blueberry acai. It is quite delicious. One of my favorites. It is in the trial pack. We just got a whole bunch of new flavors, not new, mainstay flavors. So if you want to know more about my Mom Fuel, post 5 in the comments. Here's the tip of the day. Women, maybe not men. I'm going to speak to women. If you were a man, you can listen, but I don't know if it affects you the same way it affects women. Dairy. When you dive into a keto, low-carb lifestyle, it's like everybody thinks, I can eat as much dairy as I want. Oh my goodness, what do you mean? I can have fat coffee with as much heavy cream as I want to, which some people have heavy cream with a little bit of coffee. Or I can eat as many fat bombs as I want to because it is keto. And what I found in the very beginning is I was eating a ton of cream cheese. I was using heavy whipping cream, using a ton of butter. I was not measuring out things like sour cream, and I was just eating a lot of cream. And I was having a lot of bloating, and I was feeling a lot like, ugh. And you can see it in things like your skin. You just feel heavy, and dairy is heavy. So if you have gotten to the point where you're like, listen, this isn't working, or I need a little bit. If you've reached a plateau, the first question I'm going to say is, how much dairy are you eating? If you are messaging me and you're like, oh, I'm always bloated, my stomach feels blah, I'm going to say, oh, how much dairy are you eating, right? That question is asked for a specific reason. Doesn't mean you don't have to eat any dairy. But for example, on the tacos that we had today, years ago, I would have grabbed like tons of sour cream and tons of cheese, and now I don't use a ton of sour cream, sometimes not at all, but I'll put some cheese, right? Or fat bombs. We would make them as a treat because they're considered a keto treat. They taste great, they curb your sweet cravings, and they're very heavy, especially at night. Usually people don't just eat one, they eat more than one. Anybody find themselves doing that, right? So, and they're made mainly out of cream cheese and heavy whipping cream and all those things. So it's just a lot of dairy. Or let's say your coffee. Who puts heavy cream in your coffee? Oh, it's great for you. It's full fats. Yes. And some of you are drinking 3, 4, 5 cups of coffee with heavy cream. And if you add up the butter and the cream you're putting in your coffee, not only are you eating a ton of dairy, you're like drinking your calories in a day. And some of you are going to go, wait, I thought we weren't counting calories. Yes, but if all you're drinking is fat coffee, which could be like 2,000 calories after you have 4 cups, and then you're still eating meals, that's why you're not seeing the progress that you want, because you're stuck right here. Does that make sense? So it's not that you can never have dairy. Some of you, I'll give you an example. I'm not a doctor, but I was listening to a doctor talk about how she helps people with their fat loss, and she helps a lot of women. And she says, when somebody needs to lose 60, 70, 80 pounds or more, she's like, I have them cut dairy for 2 weeks to get their body really working on fat loss. Now, everybody's different. Maybe you're like, I can eat as much as I want and I don't feel it. When I cut out some cream cheese and cut out the heavy cream, I felt way better. So again, hear me on this. Everybody's bodies are different. And so you're just going to have to pay attention to how you feel. I say that with this entire lifestyle. Are you hungry? Eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat, right? Make sure you drink plenty of water. Ask yourself all of these. If you feel like garbage, but you're like, I ate healthy, what did you eat? And if you continuously eat that and you still feel the same, cut back on it and see if you feel better, right? It's kind of like a science experiment. So with that, I'd love to know, what do you think of dairy? Does it affect you? Does it not affect you? Is this helpful? Again, I can't give you a right and a wrong. It's just a figure it out and don't overdo it. That's it. So something for women to think about. Otherwise, I'm going to drink my mom fuel. It's pretty amazing. You can go to ketomomtrials.com or you can post 5 in the comments. I call it my mom fuel, guys, because I seriously haven't taken a nap forever. Since my youngest was 2. She's 8 now. Right? Who does not take a nap? Me. I don't have time for a nap, and I don't like to waste my time taking a nap, and I feel great. And it helps me choose better foods, helps me stay focused on my goals, helps preserve muscle, which is my goal, is to build muscle, and so much more. I love it. It's a tool, not a magic pill. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help. Continue to tune into the page. I have to go get back in my van because we have volleyball practice, a volleyball game for a different daughter, and ballet. And I love all of it. I love it. Mom Fuel Trials. Go to momfueltrials.com or just post 5 in the comments and we can chat. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know what questions you have, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.